Okay, so part of this month's launch is Aromabotanical candles. Aromabotanical candles are scented candles. They're container candles, so they're all done in these glass containers. 10 scents done in 3 sizes. So we're doing the small, which is a single wick, the medium, and the large. The medium has 2 wicks, and the large has 3 wicks. So in the Canadian market, there's not a whole lot of this type of candle right now, so this is a nice new addition to our brand and to what's going on in Canada right now. 10 scents, they vary in scents, anywhere from spicy and musk to fruity, and so there's a good selection. What we've done here with this display is we're showing them in the cloches. So the candles are, they're individually sold. They come in these really nice packaging. This is, the symbol here is the original company, Aromabotanical, but our department took the packaging and we tweaked it a bit, so we gave it this really kind of European look. It's not a cheap candle. Packaging is nice. It's also really sturdy. You can stack these candles right on top of each other and the packaging will be perfectly fine, so this is great for our store use. We're showing them in the cloches here. Cloches are sold separately, and obviously we have a variety of cloches to sell, but they're all sold separately. There is a program, I'll talk about that in a second. And the reason we did the cloches the way we did is this is kind of the European way, and kind of the hook to get the customers to kind of fall into this is when you're smelling the candle, you only need to smell the cloche. So you don't have to pick up the candle and manhandle it and get it all mangled up. The cloche keeps the scent contained, so we don't get a mixture of all the scents, and in the room there's obviously people who don't like scents and are allergic to scents and etc. The cloches keep the scent contained, and then you can smell the scent from the cloche. And you don't need to shove your whole face in there either. A lot of times you can even you can fan the cloche and you'll get the scent. So that's
the fragrances from, Christina?
The fragrances are made from essential oils and perfumes. They're the chemist, or the perfumer who actually has created these scents is a French perfumer, and he works for this company, which is an Australian-based company. They're essential oils and perfumes that come from different parts around the world, primarily from Australia, and they are true scents. One of the great examples, if you can smell the lavender. If you've never been to a lavender field, you probably have no idea what lavender smells like, because the lavender scents that are out there right now are pretty fake. They actually do not smell like lavender. But if you smell our lavender, and if you've been to a lavender field, that smells like true lavender. That's what a lavender field smells like. It's really pretty. So everybody will have to go around and smell.
Scratch and sniff.
Okay.
So all of the scents are made in Australia?
Yes, all the scents are made in Australia. They're combined in Australia. Then they're sent off to Shanghai for pouring. So the elements and the products come from different parts of the world, primarily from Australia, but then it's put together in Shanghai. So we're saying that this is an Australian product, okay? Australian made and developed.
What kind of wax is it?
I'll talk about the wax next. So with this wax, this is primarily a soy and palm candle with paraffin. So selling candles in the States, I've become very educated with all types of waxes. There's beeswax, palm, soy, paraffin. There's loads of information on the internet. I will make the document available, my version. People will say that paraffin wax is not good for the environment. I say palm wax is not good for the environment. It's not good for you. There's soot, there's toxins. There is no one type of wax that is more suitable than any other type of wax. There is not one that's more healthier. There is not one that's more earth conscious. Basically, most of all waxes, other than beeswax, is a byproduct, including palm and soy wax. And the reason why this is primarily soy and palm is because soy wax holds perfume and fragrances the best. So it holds the scent. You don't want to use paraffin only for holding scents. It's not going to go anywhere. You buy a cheap candle that's made out of paraffin that's scented, pretty much once you light it, there's no more scent. You don't even smell it. So soy is the best for retaining and holding the scent, and that's why this is primarily soy. If it was completely soy, it would be very, very soft. it doesn't mean it would burn faster, but it has a low burn temperature, so it stays very soft. Basically, if you put it in the sun, the soy wax can melt. Like, that's how soft it is. That's why you'll also see soy and palm waxes in containers and not freestanding candles. We use paraffin wax for our solid Abbott candles, and that's the best wax to use for a solid candle that's not in a container, that you want to burn evenly and clean. That is the best product for that. It's unscented, and that's why that works. For our scented candles, this is the best way to make a scented candle. As well, in the documentation, you'll hear about throw. So some people may know what a cold throw is or warm throw. Cold throw is just really the scent of the candle when it's not lit. So this has a really good cold throw because, as someone was actually saying earlier, we had this candle sitting in our department unlit, and the whole entire department smelled the candle. We didn't even have to light it. It's also good for retailers that when you put this in your store, you don't have to light it. You don't even really need the cloche. You'll have the whole room smelling like the candle. But if you're selling more than one scent, obviously you'll want to kind of contain that scent. And a warm throw, obviously, is when it's lit. And warm throw is important as well. There's lots of candles, like I said, the cheaper version of scented candles, you light them, they smell, but within a few minutes or within the hour, you don't smell them anymore. So that's a poor warm throw. All of the candles come with the tin lid, and it does have a seal. Okay, so you can use this as a snuffer, so this will put it out, and as well just keeps the candle closed, especially after once you light them. They can look sometimes with the black wick. You can cover them up or close off the scent. You have guests coming to your house and they're not into scents, you can just close it off and there is the scent gone. It's a glass container, you can reuse it. Another great thing about soy and palm products is that they're very easy to clean. So once you've burnt all the way down to the bottom of this container, it's actually really easy to clean. Just soapy water and a cloth, and you can wipe it clean and reuse the container for something else. Like I said, 10 cents in 3 sizes. The way that they are sold, smalls are a minimum of 4, mediums are a minimum of 2, and large is a minimum of 2. That's per cent. We're doing a starter package, so basically the point of the starter package is for customers to put this installation in their store, whether they start off with 2 cents, 4 cents, or all 10 cents. The point of the program is not to go deep in every single SKU, but to go wide in all the SKUs. If someone's going to put this in their store, they're going to give it a section, invest in it, and we want to, obviously, both the retailer and Abbott would want a good return on that real estate. So the starter packages, once you've chosen 2 cents, you're going basically with a kind of an inner box quantity. The smalls are 8, medium is 6, and large is 4. So you pick 2 cents, and that's the number of candles you'll get for each cent. Once you've hit 2 cents, we are going to give the a free extra small for each cent. Okay, so instead of getting the 8 small candles, they'll get 9, but that 9th one is free. It'll come in a little package that says it's the complimentary demo candle. It's just on the box, so it's not doing anything strange to the candle. And that way the customer put that candle out so the customers, or their customers, can easily just pick up and smell the candle. Once they've hit 5 cents, we're also going to give them a cloche. So this is the cloche that they'll be getting. I'm showing the small one here only because we don't have the stock just yet. It'll be in at the same time as the candles. So they'll get the cloche so they can do the same idea in their stores. And each of the cloches will also come with the fragrant on the cloche, so it'll tell you exactly what the scent is. Now we're showing the medium candle and a large cloche, which also can be done. This is a cloche that we sell here. I'm showing it with the medium candle, and that's just until the stock comes in for the small cloche. Then we'll be showing the small cloche with the small candle. So customers can do different things. They can use the large cloche, the small cloche. They don't need the cloche at all. They can just have the lid. There's various things that can be done. And as well, with all the packages, we will give the customers a full booklet with marketing pieces, the art, the little tent cards that say it's a new candle. This is kind of to show off to their customers that there's a new product and it's scented. They'll get all of that, including the wax education. So they can easily answer questions. It's a pure cotton wick, 100% cotton.
The bottom of the wick, you know where that's made out of, or is it floating inside?
There's nothing at the bottom. It is not weighted. It goes right straight down to the bottom. And that's what kind of helps too with having a little bit of that paraffin wax in there. Like I said, it was a blend. It doesn't say too much about paraffin wax at all on the packaging because the percentage of paraffin is so low. It's not one of the top components. But paraffin is really stable, so it holds everything together really nicely. When you start using really soft items like beeswax even, you do have to use the little lead piece at the bottom to hold the wick down. So someone who says, you know, beeswax is 100% natural and good for you, there's a piece of lead in there. So, you know, there's pros and cons to all waxes and all different types of candles. Say there's more soy than palm in there, just based on my research of wax. I would say this is primarily soy, then followed up by palm. There are other different types of waxes in there. There's paraffin in there, but it's pretty low.
Right.
But I'd say it's primarily a soy candle. In all their packaging, they say soy and palm.
So what's the purpose of the palm then? Do you know?
It's
Is it to
another-
make it firmer? Or?
It's another blend. Palm is just a hint under soy. Soy is really good for holding those scents. Palm is also kind of the same type of material as soy. When they're put together, they just make a more superior type of scented candle. So it's just really the blend. There's lots of blends out there. We've also been burning these here too, and we can also, this is not just us, you know, regurgitating the information we got from the company. We've actually been burning them. They burn clean. They don't burn funny. There's no soot. There's no toxic anything. The good warm throw. It's just that blend of waxes that works really well for this candle. Yeah. So if they choose a minimum of 2 cents, they get the free small candle per cent. Once they hit 5 cents, so that means 2, 3, or 4, they'll get the free candle per cent. Once they hit 5, we're also going to give them the cloche. So for 5 cents, you get, you know, the free candle per cent and a cloche per cent with the